J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's book, Spider-Man, Threat or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge. No personalizations. Don't ask. Not gonna get it.
Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one less mob boss is good for everyone.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a book.
Oh, good. Then fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about crime bosses. Soon as one goes down, every punk with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war in the street, but does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. He got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe without paying kickbacks now. So till that gang war starts, I'm on the webhead side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same pipe. Or just break your legs. Goodbye!
Someday, Jonah, I'm gonna get you to say something nice about me. Someday.
Well, that was a lot. Welcome back to Marvel's Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Last time we took out Wilson Fisk to start the game off, and today we continue the story, but we had that podcast that I just couldn't miss. A lot of people are not happy with how they portray Jameson in this game. I don't know if he's any different in either Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2, but I don't think it's a bad idea to have podcaster J. Jonah Jameson. Like, it's kind of a funny idea, but an aspect of his character is that he actually is a good man who just has it out for Spider-Man, which, depending on the comic run or the story that you follow, there's reasons why he doesn't like Spider-Man in particular, but I don't know. It's a fun bit, but I can see why people wouldn't like it as much. And I don't know if it's in this game or a later game where you can actually just like turn those off, because they will pop in periodically, and then I think they'll start and stop depending on what you're doing. So we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, with Fisk done, we went to go see our Dr. Octavius that we work for. But now the cops have need of us, which I guess brings us to another aspect of this game that I don't think has aged particularly well. But we'll deal with that as we come to it.
Now that you quit smoking, what do you tell people when you come up here?
That I need a break from their crap.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit?
Uh,
No ball this year anyway. We spent too much integrating Oscorp surveillance tech.
Worth it though, right?
It was. Till an hour ago. My system went down. Citywide. Every tower.
How?
They tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Inside job?
Maybe. I'll figure it out later. Right now we need to get the towers back on. Fast.
And you called me? Aw, that's sweet.
I called someone I could trust. Plus, the signals are scrambled and we have no idea how to fix it.
Ooh. I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me. Let's take a look.
Well, it wouldn't be an open world game without towers.
Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
So now we gotta match the waveform. Pretty easy. It is our first one after all.
We just had a tower come back online. Was that you?
Not just a pretty mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but just so you know, I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
Okay, it's time to fight crime with my crime sense.
Do it. Watch my back.
Pretty sure these guys didn't forget their keys.
Hello, boys. Enemies will weapon block most attacks, but are vulnerable to air launch attacks, webs, and throwables. So we're gonna launch him up. Just have some fun. And you guys can have fun with this too, right? Bam, bam, bam. Who is trying to smack me? Yeah, I just zipped right over there. I didn't mean to do... Oh, come on. So we do gotta be careful. Probably didn't need to use the finisher on that guy, but that's fine. And there we go. Another crime successfully stopped. We got a crime token.
Wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable grizzled seen too much detective is in town.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that any...
Spider Cop.
Please, no.
So yeah, there's Spider Cop. Yeah, I don't know. All I'm gonna really say is that I feel like playing this game when it first came out and playing it after 2020 feels very, very different for me in particular.
Leave me alone!
Keep it quiet.
Don't touch me! Help!
Get away from her.
Brutes will block melee attacks, use weapons and throwables to make them vulnerable. So yeah, big boys are a problem. We're gonna want to take them out whenever we can, because otherwise they're just gonna they're basically just Fisk again. Can we like knock these guys around quick? So yeah, they're basically just Fisk again, and look at how they're, you know, this stuff is why I really don't like the auto tracking that games like this do, because it's like, how am I supposed to deal with that? I guess we're just gonna have to do other. Oh wait, we gotta just web you up. And yeah, he is unfortunately a big problem. And yeah, we gotta just keep webbing him up, and then we're gonna die for it. Amazing. I thought I dodged, but apparently I didn't. Okay, let's do a take two.
Get away from
So yeah, like, you know, maybe it's for the best that I didn't. Yeah, let's make sure this guy's actually down. That's the other thing too, is that sadly, you do not instantly. Yeah, and I'm out of my web shooters and all that stuff. So let's take these guys out first, because they're going to be a distraction otherwise. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. And then yeah, I'm trying to avoid. Okay, yeah, this is where things get to be very problematic here. I can't. Can I not? Okay, I can't use a focus finisher on them yet. That's probably a thing you have to unlock. Please get webbed up. There we go. Crime averted. Oh no. Isn't it crazy how I was able to web the air around him and not the character at all?
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's a place called the Feast Center.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
They got the best wheat cakes in the city, hands down.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
It's Spider-Man. Oh. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there.
Okay, well, with that said, we we have solved all the crime. We have solved all the crime in this particular area. So I guess we'll go in search of the next thing.
Spies his destination. Second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No, of course not. Chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
Yeah, the whole Spider Cop thing is not that funny anymore. Like, in all honesty, this game is just in a weird spot where it's just... we'll get to it later, but, like... Oh, yeah, we can do this to, like, aim more directly. But yeah, this game is just very strange to play in the modern day. So let's move the waveform around a bit. Make it... There we go. Perfect. And just like that, even more Ubisoft towers uncovered for us here. And hey, look, could that be a collectible?
Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that?
Why don't we see if we can get this collectible? Because, you know, can't have a open world game without those. Where could it be? Could it be right here? Oh my.
Oh, wow. One of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these. Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
Oh boy, backpack tokens. So many tokens we can collect in this game. And you can see this is a pretty big map, all things told. Let's zoom all the way out. You know, it is New York after all, so all sorts of different, like right now we're in Chinatown. Although only like part of it is like actually covered. There's Greenwich, Hell's Kitchen, Midtown, Upper East Side, Central Park, Upper West Side, and Harlem. And I believe that's all we really get for this game, with them doing a little more in the future ones. Isn't it funny how Hell's Kitchen is like a block? It's like it's such a small part of New York, and that's Daredevil's turf. So yeah, a lot of collectibles can help us get stuff. So let's see, mission wise, we're still doing. Okay, we still got to talk to Yuri again, I guess. But then there's all sorts of, these are like achievements kind of that you get, which is just little bits of experience. We don't have to worry about those. Character bios. Okay, so he's 5'10". I'm taller than Spider-Man. How about that? He's 23 and he's been active for 8 years, so you can do the math on that to know when he started. We got Fisk, who is 6'7", 450 pounds, a big man. Yuri, 38, 5'9", 135. You know, interesting enough. Wow, 63. Honestly, he looks good for 63, even for a comic book. Oh, hey, look, the first date menu.
Menu from my first real date with MJ. Wish I could have afforded someplace fancier, but she didn't seem to mind.
Well, that's cute. So yeah, I guess he has all of these backpacks everywhere.
Got a robbery a few blocks away.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man.
55 of these, which is really not that much for an open world game, all things told. But in case you were wondering, I will not be getting all of those on screen. Not because like they're hard to find or anything either. It just takes a long time to get them. So I'd much rather just play through the main game. But let's stop this while we're here.
Open the safe. Do it.
Hey, fellas.
Ah! Spider-Man! Shoot him!
I don't like when you do that. Well, I guess he does follow them up there a little bit. Stay down. Throwable. And sadly, I can't really do much. There we go. Web him to the ground. Just like that, the day is saved.
Guys, if you work this hard at a legit job,
Or not.
you'd be criminal.
Yeah, destroy that car. That's what they get for coming after me. Okay, you have a gun, so you can get the takedown immediately. And you get the manhole cover to the face. I killed a man. I don't care what this game tries to say.
All right, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game. And Spider Cop, well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
Oh, Peter. It is very true of the character to have a joke that only he finds funny. Okay, let's get this tower repaired. Whoops. I'm so excited I couldn't help but jump for joy. So we want to make this... There we go. Just a little bit like that. Simple enough. So we have kept the peace officially. There's another backpack we can get. We can level up. That's nice. Okay. And a slight melee damage increase. That's also nice.
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs. Tools I need for suit repair at the lab. Dr. Octavius is left for the day.
Sun is setting. So in case you're wondering, there is no day-night cycle. It just changes as the missions go by. I'm trying to think. I think you can unlock that in the post-game. I'm not sure. Can we, yeah, we can set a custom waypoint. I think we'll get this because we're kind of on the way.
Go with the committee. I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
So,
Bottle and sell that man's
oh, you weren't done talking, were you?
Lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
Okay, let's get this first. So, yeah, so William Slayers portrays Dr. Octavius here, and I didn't realize that until I beat the game. But he also voices Rigby in regular show.
Prototype web fluid at Oscorp while Harry had his internship there. Didn't work. That place has always been bad luck for me.
So I just think that's like that just kind of ruins the character for me because I just picture Rigby every time he's saying anything. But yeah, so anyway, I was just a weird aside. So yeah, we have our next option. So they want us to go here. We know there's going to be a tower here, and there's not that many towers in the game. Not that many collectibles in general. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, this is a side mission apparently. I don't know why that's here. If that's a thing that we're meant to do or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. So what I think we'll do. So overall, like each area has their own, collection of things, right? And if you want to like effectively get everything, done for full completion, then you get more as you go, basically, right? Like in all honesty, you're probably better off just picking at it as you go instead of just committing to doing everything right then and there, because you're just going to be going across all the areas anyway. So I'm going to not worry about getting the backpack tokens and stuff and all that, like, immediately. We'll just kind of do them as we do them. I'll probably do cleanups off screen. But let's, whoops. Oh yeah, we have our not Twitter here. Spider-Man would have way more than 15 million followers, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, we'll set a custom waypoint. We'll go get this guy here. But anyway, all that to say, it's like there's all this open world like fluff in here, which is not like a bad thing. It's stuff to do, but it gets really repetitive. So I'm probably not going to show a lot of that off. Like this whole chapter of the game is basically introducing it for us, but I would much rather not like just constantly do it. Like I'll show everything off once basically. Especially the crime, because the crime repeats a lot. So we really don't need to be seeing all of that. Well, this one's a little trickier. Well, I don't want to make them that big. I want to make them like this, I think. There we go. That's one of 3 for this district. And we can skip that if we want, because we've seen enough of it. But let's hang out a little bit more. So, but yeah, in general, there's a lot to do in the open world. It's just, you know, it can be a little repetitive. And for the sake of the playthrough, I want to focus on like the core mission story of the game. But this is a really fun open world, I think, just to kind of mess around in and do stuff. You know, New York is a fun place to just kind of swing around. You know, obviously not every square foot has something to do, but like the game populates it with enough as we go. So, and like for stuff like the backpack tokens, like you get like neat little kind of bits of world building. Like I know one of the things you can find is just explicitly a vial that has Sandman in it that Peter just forgot about apparently. So I think that's kind of cool. And yeah, like the crimes especially are very, unfortunately, they're very repetitive. So we won't be showing those off, I don't think. And towers are towers. You know, you've seen one, you've seen them all. Let's go in here and see what we can do. Okay. No longer spider, just man. And get a look at this. Not quite Tom Holland, not quite Yuri Lowenthal looking dude. Let's head inside.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
Oh boy, I love spider work. Yeah, there's lots of little things you can find throughout here. Like say that we can do more of these spectrograph things if we wanted to. All this stuff here. Community review, 0 bugs, everything's perfect. Yeah, I really do have to give the developers. There's so many little details in this place.
Can't believe I've never tried that.
I can only imagine how long it took to make all this stuff. You know, as much as I will dog on Sony's fixation with like hyper realistic third person games, I do think that like the games can still look very nice, and this has so many little like look, you can see like how the little carpet's kind of like riding up, or it's supposed to be riding up, because they are always like those types of things are always like that. You know, all these little tiny little random tools and stuff hanging around, just a lot of really nice little touches.
We really need to get
Can we
better
mess
about
with?
organizing our workspace.
Yeah, you probably should, Peter. It's kind of gross in here.
Of every type of prosthetic in existence.
Very high-res textures to be able to read all that stuff too. I mean, a lot of work went into this. You know, I do appreciate it. Oh hey, what could this be?
Graduation. Feels so long ago. I
Aww.
interned for Doc in college. It made me realize I could do as much good for the world in a lab coat as I could in tights. Maybe more.
That's really cool. it's nice to see a Spider-Man that's like actually an adult and not just messing around with school anymore. What else we got here?
Breakthroughs his whole career, but he's always been upstaged, usually by Oscorp. This time, it's going to be different.
Oh, how right you are, Peter. Yeah, lots of neat little changes here and there. But yeah, it's cool to see a Spider-Man's a little older. He can actually do stuff. Let's repair our suit though, because that's more important.
Parker! Dr. Octavius, what you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have... What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project. Of course. It's you. I don't know what
Oh, come on, Parker. It's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you'd told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Huh. Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Okay then. That's a little too easy, but I'll allow it. Check your email. Okay. Let's go boot up your old AOL account, Peter.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find...
White spider, huh?
Okay, now we can use our tokens to create the advanced suit. Okay, so completing side missions and citywide activities will earn us more tokens. And that will let us make a bunch of different suits. So they're going to make us make this suit to start. Oh, we got suit power. So each suit has its own power that you can kind of mix and match here. So this is, for this suit, it's basically you'll earn focus a lot faster. Or rather, you kind of just activate it like you just gain it over time. But you can actually mix and match all the different suit powers as you unlock them, which is, I think, really cool. You also have suit mods, so let's go over that quick, I guess. So side missions and all that will unlock more stuff to do there. So it's always worth to do all that stuff. Let's see. Utility, boost offense, defense, 3 mods at a time. So they're going to show us all this. So, it has to load, I guess. Oh, I see. It was just... we're immediately booted out of the menu.
Excuse me, late for work! Coming through! Looking good, Spidey! Hello, New York! Ha-ha! New suit, same old me.
Okay. And thus, we have our new threads. Here, can we, like, go up to a perch or something to,
Spider-Man.
Oh, here we go.
Figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay then, I'm not gonna be interrupted. So yeah, I don't hate this design, but it is funny that I feel like Spider-Man's design is so good that everyone has to reinvent the wheel, and you're never gonna replace the original. I think no matter what you do, and even then, people have discussions on how big the lenses should be and all this stuff. Oh, we can just do that. Let's let's just do that now, cause I don't want that on because it's just gonna get kind of cluttery and annoying. Oh, there's anything else I can really mess with right now? Um, I'll leave most of this stuff on, I think, for right now.
Rush heads, they call themselves, though.
Oh, he
I
might
never quite
still
understood why.
complete this one, though.
Remember my
Okay, so yeah, we can turn that off if we want. So yeah, overall,
design monitoring systems
it's an okay design. But anyway, I'm gonna go back into the settings since we're not gonna be listening to him anyway. So there's more suits than what we already had. So by default, we have the classic suit damaged, as well as the repaired classic suit, which also comes with a different suit power, actually, Web Blossom, but we're going to need a lot more tokens for that. So the game does encourage you to do all that extra side stuff. But there's also, as you can see, a lot of other suits that we can get. So there's the Noir suit for Spider-Man Noir, the alternate universe where he's like a 1920s noir hero or whatever, and he's no longer called for backup when alerted, which can be nice for like stealth missions, which we don't really need to worry about. That's his power. And we can scroll down. There's a lot more we can get. So there's this one. You have to get all the backpacks to unlock this one. You can kind of tell, I think, what it is from this little preview, but we can look at that later, a lot later, I think. And then there's a few more. So this is the Sam Raimi suit. This was added in an update later on. No power with it, but it's there, which is a decent design. I don't dislike it. I think as far as like a movie Spider-Man suit goes, it was pretty solid for the time. There's the bombastic Bagman suit, which is a very infamous time when he needed a quick mask when he was at the Fantastic Four's residence, which is cute. We have the Future Foundation suit, which is another like Fantastic Four thing, I think, from some point in the comics, which looks, interesting. We have the upgraded suit, which was in the MCU Spider-Man movies. So this is, I think, I want to say this was in was it Far From Home? I think this might have been in Homecoming as well. I don't remember. The stealth suit. This one was in Far From Home for sure. And then what else we got? There's the armored advance suit. I don't know what this is from. If it's even from anything. This might be a Insomniac original for all I know. The Arachnid Rider suit. This is like you get like a cool kind of cel shaded filter over him, which is also really neat. This has probably been in something. This is a precursor to Marvel Tokon Spider-Man, if you really think about it. And then the Amazing Spider-Man suit, which I do not like. I don't like the texture on this at all. But it's cool they add these. People complained a lot about the movie suits. They really, really wanted them, and they were like harassing Insomniac for it, which is, not great. But I think it's really cool that you have all this variety, and you're going to unlock these as you just play the game. They could have easily made this all paid DLC, but they didn't. So I really appreciate that they did that. We'll stick to the default suit for now, though. And then, yeah, we just have this power to start. So, and it's a decent one to start with, but we can look at the mods quick that we have access to. So, we are unfortunately going to need more tokens to unlock a lot of these things. So, there's a scanner for enemies. There's gel padding to reduce melee damage, which can be nice. And then by default, there's gadget attacks generate focus, which is a thing we haven't really gotten into yet. I'm going to hold off and just save our tokens. And we can go to our skill tree quick. So, let's see. Dodge window, perfect hit, throw. Let's see. I guess really we should be looking at what we're going to get later as opposed to what we already have right now. I feel like let's go down innovator a little bit. We'll get the web throw, so that can be useful down the line. And then we'll just, I don't know, I guess we'll just keep going, because I want to get that pistol yank, because that can be very useful when we start fighting all the gun guys. So, but we'll keep it this as we go. But yeah, that I think is a solid enough kind of like potential ending point for this little episode. We got some new threads. We got a little more of an introduction to the open world elements of the game, and yeah, I think it's a decent kind of stopping point. So while Jameson just kind of prattles on and on here, okay, he's gone. So yeah, next time on Marvel's Spider-Man, we will start doing more stuff. There's a side quest I want to try out. Man, I might want to do that before we do the main story, so I'll probably try and squeeze that in there, but we'll see how that goes. So until then, I don't have a witty thing to say. I'm not Spider-Man, but stay in school and don't do drugs, I guess.